going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Melody Project. I do have another podcast that I'm going to send out to everybody on all social media platforms. My first one that I just did solo, I haven't sent out yet. I just got finished with another one talking about Led Zeppelin, some classic rock. I got to get home and send that to you guys. Right now, I want to talk about old school rap and hip hop. I was born in 1978. I think in the early 80s, I was kind of jamming out to the Fat Boys. I didn't understand Fat Boys. I was young. It just sounded like good music to me. I had a friend of mine named Neil who he moved back to London or Ireland, one of those two, a long time ago. And he was listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. So I think, somewhere in between there, Michael Jackson and Fresh Prince got me into rap and hip hop. So I remember just trying to go from there, trying to figure out what kind of music other kind of rap and hip hop is out there. So, time goes on and I get into high school, I get into middle school, maybe even sixth grade, but middle school. And all of a sudden, like rap and hip hop, because of where I grew up, it exploded. It was everywhere. So I was like, who's this group? And I had a friend of mine, let me borrow a tape. It was called Das EFX. And I went home and I remember playing Das EFX on the radio in my parents' living room, absolutely loving the way they rap their music. So I'm listening to Das EFX and then Digital Underground. I started getting into Digital Underground because I thought this guy's nose was real. I thought his nose was real in Digital Underground. So here I am listening to Digital Underground, and my brain's going crazy, like Naughty by Nature and Rakim and Ill and Out Scratch and all these people like going through my head. And I'm like, this music is phenomenal. So if I had to pick a genre, old school rap and hip hop, definitely my favorite. But yeah, my brain just went out of control listening to rap and hip hop. Ghetto Boys. I remember going home with the Ghetto Boys tape, and I was playing it in my bedroom, and I'm trying to keep it quiet. I'm trying to keep it nice and low because the last thing I need is my mother or my father hearing Ghetto Boys being played. But guess what? Yeah, as usual, I got caught. And I remember my mom really pitched a fit. And I gave her a fake tape. It wasn't even the Ghetto Boys tape. It was a fake tape. It was just like some random blank tape that had nothing on it. And I gave it to her. And I remember she just broke it in front of me. I had to pretend like I was upset. And when they closed the door, I put the tape back on and started listening to it. Two Live Crew. I had a friend named Mark when I was 6th or 7th grade. He had Two Live Crew. And I'm listening to Two Live Crew at his house. And I'm just absolutely amazed on how people can rap and they think and they flow. And everything comes out of them all at once. Like they're thinking of the word as they're spitting the first word. So now they got to think ahead on 3 or 4 different words before they even get there. So the way, I think one of my favorites, if not maybe my second favorite, but I would definitely put him tied, at least at first, would definitely be Treach from Naughty by Nature. Because the way Treach put his lyrics together, the way he played with words and did his wordplay was absolutely phenomenal. And Naughty by Nature, but Treach definitely is one of my favorites as a solo artist, and he was the best in Naughty by Nature.